Um, hey you guys, is anybody out there? Let me move my dream catcher. My dream catcher. I pulled over. This land that I'm on is native land. Okay, most of the United States is native land. Okay, native were the people that were here first. Okay, the indigenous people. Okay, when we look at the indigenous people in a whole, this is just a general conversation. The indigenous people had to endure a lot. Okay, and my father is from an indigenous tribe. Okay, my father is from indigenous tribe in the Caribbean. Okay. Some of you guys know that, and some of you guys don't know that are new to my channel. And some of you guys do know about my father being indigenous, from an indigenous tribe. The indigenous tribe my dad is from is what we call today as the Taino. They were mixed with the Arawak and the Caribs. Okay. First it was the Taino and Arawaks, and then the Caribs were also mixed with enslaved people that were brought to the Caribbean islands. Is anybody on? Can you guys hear me? I want to thank you guys, my viewers, for subscribing to my channel. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, and share my videos. Somebody asked me, how do you get a membership? Okay, because there's going to be videos that are just for members only. Okay, members only. If you go on my page and you look under this description box, you will see how to join as a member. Okay, because there will be videos for members only. The reason why I say this is because the work that we do as a psychic, it's our time, it's our energy, and we should get paid for that. When you are charging people outrageous prices out here, like I see a lot of people, they will lose their gift. Okay, their gift of sight, their gift of a seer, or oracle. Okay, oracle is a seer. Okay, so I just left from a Amish. Okay, let me explain something. The Amish are the true pilgrims that we know of today that landed on Plymouth Rock. Okay, the Amish, the Amish, Inchivididaich. And they're very interesting people. Okay, a lot of things that they have learned, they learned from, no, everything that they have learned, let me back that up, they learned from the natives. Okay, the native tribes that they encountered. Okay, which was many native tribes. I think there was one tribe that they encountered first when they landed. I can't remember that tribe's name. Okay, I think it starts with an O, but I'm not sure. But they encountered the natives because the natives were already here on the land. They were already living off the land. They understood the land. And this is generations of native history. Okay. Somebody asked me a question. Ooh. Sorry, you guys. My phone, I was holding, my phone was holding up by itself. Okay. So somebody asked me a question. What is it to be native? Okay. A lot of people come here, from the Caribbean island. Okay. And they lose identity. Okay. They lose their identity. They lose their culture. Okay. But I don't feel like they lose it. I feel like they come here and they learn the way of the Western society. Okay, the Western way, the European way. Okay, and there's many indigenous tribes throughout the world. Okay, there's indigenous tribes in every corner of this planet. Okay. Um, Australia. I have people on my channel that's from Australia. um, Australians. They're indigenous. The Aborigines are the indigenous tribe from Australia. Africa has many indigenous tribes, clans. Many places in the world have indigenous people. Okay. Um, so the thing I've learned is when my dad came from Puerto Rico, okay, and it makes me angry because when they talk about the Taino Indians, right? Tiana was the women and Taino was the men. Or Tayano is the tribe, okay? What bothers me the most is Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Jamaicans, many people, Cubans, we all come from indigenous people, okay? And we're also mixed with the Spaniards, the Portuguese, and other. My dad's island was conquered by the Spanish, okay? The Spaniards. Um, and that's why they speak Spanish, okay? But that's not their native tongue, okay? Now, I seen a lady um, that could actually speak the native tongue, okay? And a lot of them are older, and a lot of the older ones are fading away, okay? They're crossing over, but I feel like they need to teach the younger generation the way, okay? Because it makes me angry when they say that our Taino don't exist, okay? That makes me angry because we do exist and they know it, okay? When they take the DNA, the blood, they know that we exist here, and we're still standing and we're still strong, okay? Let's see if this phone will stay up. uh, so I just, oh, let me make sure it stays up, you guys. Hold on. Let me fix it a little bit. So I'm here, and where I'm at right now, I pulled over. I stopped here before. There's actually somebody walking. This is hunting season. Okay, hunting season. And there was somebody walking. They don't look like they're hunting, but they're walking. There's trails. I'm gonna take some pictures of this beautiful view that I'm at. This actual area you can get lost in. Okay, not just lost. You have to be careful because you might not find your way out of this area. Okay, because this area is so dense. Okay, so tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and the history that we know as far as Thanksgiving is when they sat down and they ate with the Indians, okay? But the Indians taught them, the indigenous people that so many people hate, because Mexicans are indigenous too, okay? Mexicans are from, half the Mexicans are Navajo, half the Mexicans are Mayan, okay? I had somebody on my page that is actually Mayan descent. The girl, my friend, she's Mayan. I have a couple Mayan friends that still speak to today the Mayan dialect. Okay, some of the Mayans that live in the rural area in Mexico, their first language is Mayan. Okay, it's not Spanish. Okay, and they still speak it, but some of them speak Spanish and Mayan, and some of them just speak Mayan. Okay, the ones that didn't go to school still they only know Mayan dialect. Remember when I did the video on I think it was the Article 42, and I got flagged for that video. And I talked about the indigenous children. There's indigenous children all over the world. They're in Europe, in England, Alaska, Australia, America. when the indigenous people, I'm giving a little bit about history, okay? They tried to change the indigenous ways, okay? They wanted the indigenous people, they looked at them as barbaric, okay? But they took all their knowledge, they took their knowledge and they learned from them, okay? So the pilgrims, the Amish, okay? So I just was talking to an Amish, and they have baked goods they sell, okay? They make everything from scratch, okay? That was the old way. So the Amish are what we consider the Quakers, the pilgrims. Um, a lot of the Amish communities, they do live in the Northeast, Pennsylvania, Ohio. I think there's even communities in Florida, okay? Is anybody on here with me? Can you guys hear me? Hold on. So I did a video, and I was speaking a native tongue that I've never learned, okay? I've heard it and I spoke it, and somebody asked me in the video, what am I speaking? Sarah. Sarah, if you're watching me. That day, I was speaking a native tongue, which I speak. I don't even know what native dialect it is. Okay, maybe one day I can have somebody even see if it's a recent dialect or ancient dialect. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what tribe it's from. I have no clue. Okay, so that day that I did the video, the message was, I kept seeing my great grandmother. Okay, my great grandmother is from a part of Puerto Rico. It's the country part of Puerto Rico. Okay, I always see her. She's not here. She passed away a long time ago. I never met her. I met her in the spiritual realm, but I never met her in the physical realm. Okay, a beautiful woman, short woman, um, has a lot of wisdom in her eyes. Has a lot of wisdom. Period. So I was um I was driving and I was hearing this native tongue. I've heard it before. It's not the first time, and I started speaking it. Okay. I've never learned how to speak any kind of native language, you guys. Okay. And then I was getting messages about the two skies. Okay. And I was seeing um um a hologram, not a hologram. I wouldn't say a hologram. I wasn't seeing a hologram. I was seeing um like, you know how we look north, east, south, and west. Okay, so I started drawing it. Okay, and I was getting something, and then they were showing me something in the middle. So they were showing me. You guys remember when I said I seen the sky open? Okay, um, the sky. Okay, I don't know why they said two skies. Okay, a lot of you guys know that we are under a dome. Okay, a firmament. Um, and I truly believe that because I remember looking up one day and seeing the body of water. Okay, the element of water, and I'm like, how are we breathing if water is above us? Like, how is that even possible? Okay. Um, So I want to stay on indigenous. So I'm here and I'm on indigenous land. The day I did that video, I was actually on indigenous land too. Come to find out, I looked up the history of the land that I was on, and I was right. That was indigenous land. They hunted on that land. Okay, just like this land that I'm on now. They hunted this land at one time. Okay. Um, and there's different native tribes in this area, um, and there is descendants of these tribes that are still here. Okay. um, and they were showing me the sky. Now, this is not the first time I seen the sky open up. Okay. So what I was getting from that is two skies, okay? So what I was getting from it psychically, like I feel like, okay, and when I did that video on the skies, like I think like a couple weeks later, people were like, the sky looks like it's opening up. Okay. Um, so what I was seeing is a false reality, um, a false sky. Okay. That's what I was seeing. And then behind it was the real sky. Okay. So I was seeing the two skies. So one is the real sky and one is the fake sky. Okay. That's what I was seeing. It looks like a hologram. Okay. That's what I was seeing, a hologram. Okay. The hologram was of us to perceive that it was the real sky opening, which it wasn't. It was the um fake sky. Okay. It wasn't the real sky opening. It was the fake sky. Okay. So what they did was make it look like a hologram. So we are thinking, okay, oh my gosh, the sky's opening up. Okay. But it was actually a hologram. Okay. It was like a reflection. Okay. That's what I was getting psychically. But then behind it, that's why I named the video The Two Skies. Behind it was the real sky, okay? The sky that was over. If you think about it, okay, think of us under a dome, okay? And then one sky opens, okay? And we think it's the sky opening, but it's not. It's uh a hologram to make it look like the sky's opening. Okay. And then behind that, okay, which I seen was the real sky. Okay. The natives talk about the sun, the two suns. Um, and they talk about, I did videos, you guys. I did many videos on this, and I don't want to keep repeating myself because I know some of you guys have been following me from a very long time. You don't want to hear me repeating myself, but I have to say this because I feel like I need to say this. So the sun, okay, the sun, S-U-N, okay, the sun that we see, okay, if you notice, the sun is brighter, okay? The sun almost looks like you can actually put your hand out and touch it, okay? So the sun that we see, there is many suns, okay? Many S-U-Ns. So what they did was they manufactured fake suns, okay? Artificial, fake, whatever you want to call it, suns, S-U-N. Okay. But there is a real sun. Okay. But there is fake suns. Okay. And I think there's many reasons why they do this. Okay. Um, and I can go into deep on this. I've talked about this in many videos. Um, there's many reasons why they have these fake suns. Okay. We can look at it as weather manipulation. Okay. We can look at it as I don't know if I really want to say it, okay, but it's engineered. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing, that suns, SUNs are being engineered. Okay. So I know a lot of you guys may not believe me, but it's true. Okay. I seen three suns. Okay. Three of them, SUN. And I believe one day there will be a fourth one. Okay. The reason why I say this is because of the way the sun is. Okay. The sun is so bright than it has ever been. Okay. It's like when you're driving and the sun is hitting on you. Okay. And right now the weather is cold. The sun is like blinding you. Okay. That's not the real sun. Okay. That's the engineered artificial. son. Okay. Um, so let's talk about Thanksgiving. Okay. So a lot of you guys will be celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow with your family and friends. Some indigenous cultures don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Some people just celebrate Indigenous Day because certain tribes were slaughtered on Thanksgiving. Okay. But that is the past. That is not the future. Okay. But I do see something with indigenous people. Okay. And this is my message to the indigenous people. Okay. I do see something happening. Okay. And I feel like I keep seeing the body of water, and I'm seeing the Taurus. So Taurus is the earth. Okay. So I'm seeing the earth, the soil, and I'm seeing the water. Okay. A lot of indigenous people are going back to the old ways. Okay. A lot of people that moved out of reservations, revs, are going back to the revs. Okay. They're going back to the old way of life because of how the world is today. Okay. And it's good that they're doing that because then their children will learn things that they need to learn, like how to survive, how to hunt, mainly how to live off the land. Okay. Um, so I do see something with the natives. Okay. So I want to pull a card. I have this deck here. It's the ancestral deck. Now I've been seeing something with water. Okay. Now I see um two one side, one on one side, and then I see north, east, south, and west, and then I see something in the middle. Okay. So so a lot of indigenous people that live on the revs, they're not rich in physical realm, but they're rich in the spiritual realm. Okay. There's things that they do talk about and the things they don't talk about. Okay. And that's for certain reasons. Because the reasons why they don't talk about it is because it's not for everybody to know. Okay. And that's okay. Okay. So whatever indigenous tribe you're from, you're indigenous. Okay. You are. That's why when I hear them people say they need to go back to where they came from. I mean, this was their land first. Okay. If you think about it, if you look at Arizona, Texas, Mexico, New Mexico, and California, that was all native land. Okay, all this land, it was native land, was indigenous land. Okay, they sold their land off to people. Okay, that came over here. Okay, so I do see something with the water. I don't know why I keep seeing water, and I'm by actual body of water. Okay, I'm by water on this side, and in front of me and around me, and what I'm on is land. Okay. So this is my message to the native tribes. Now, there was a Hopi prophecy. Okay, what I was getting from the Hopi prophecy. Okay, because I watched a video on it recently. Um, the Hopi prophecy talks about these times. Okay, these times that we're in now, and they also talk about the future times. Okay, um, and okay, so they talk about these times in the past and they talk about the future. Um, so the Hopis talked about the people that are coming into power now. Okay. They also talked about these people that will come into power in the future. Okay. Now, remember when I said that I kept seeing the Knight Templars, okay? But I'm also seeing something behind it, okay? So they prophesized the Hopi Indians prophesized that Donald Trump would get into office, okay? But they also prophesied something else, okay? And many people that watch the video, okay, they don't understand what the elder is saying, okay? What I was getting from it was that the people that are in power now, the people that will come into power, and the people that have always been into power, and this people that are into power now are laying the foundation for the people that are to come. Okay, if this makes sense. Okay, so if you look at the Hopi prophecy from the Hopi tribe, if anybody's on my channel that's from the Hopi tribe, there's many prophecies from many tribes. And a lot of tribes right now are taking in information and teaching the younger youth. They're teaching them, like, you have students and teachers, so they're passing the knowledge down. Okay, so what I was getting, you guys, and this is for Indigenous people, I do see something with the water. I don't know why. This could happen in the future. Something with the water source, because water source is the elements. Okay, not even just the water source, the land. Okay, they understand that. They always understood that land is important. Okay, land is the most valuable commodity out here. Okay, is land. Okay, it's not the car that I'm sitting in. It's not the house that I live in. I don't own my land. Okay, you can pop a tent on land. Okay, your land is your land. Okay, nobody can step foot on your land. Okay, it's going to get to a point where it's going to be impossible to buy land. Okay, so my thing is, if you have land, don't sell your land. Okay, no matter what the offer is, don't sell your land. Okay, and this is even for the Indigenous people. If you have land, don't waver with your land. Don't ever sell your land. Okay, and you need to put clauses in there that the land can never be sold, that it has to be passed down to generation to generation. It don't matter what tribe you're from. Okay, you can be from Navajo, you can be from Cherokee, you can be from Hopi, you can be from Taino tribe. Okay, see, they went. My dad's from Puerto Rico, so there is indigenous people out there on the Caribbean islands. Okay, and there's a lot of natural resources on these islands. That's why they conquered, they took it, and they still have presence on these land. Okay, because they know that the natural resource is real currency. Okay, so what is the message, ancestors? What is your message for the native indigenous people of the world? What is the message? I got the strength card. Let's see if we get it again. The message is the King of Sacred Circles. Okay. And behind it was a strength card. I can't make this up. I told you I was going to get the strength card. Okay. You guys see me shuffle that. I'm not Houdini. And this is what I was getting. Okay. So when you see the strength card it's in the reverse. And the strength should be in the upright position. Okay. The strength card, you have the lion. Okay. And the indigenous person. You have the land behind it, right? Okay. A lot of indigenous people are suffering financially. Okay. But they don't understand. I feel like some people know this, that you have more weight in the spiritual realm. Okay. because this is your land. Okay, you are the original. Okay, so the message for the indigenous is interesting because it's in the reverse. So strength means that lion energy, right? That Leo energy, right? So it's to have strength, um, and it came in the reverse position. Okay, so many indigenous people are worried about um, um this new people that are coming into office. Okay, because this was prophesied about Donald Trump winning the election. Okay, a lot of us that are seers, oracles, we seen it. Okay, we said it. Okay, um, but maybe some tribes are worried. Yes. Okay. Should they be worried? I feel like yes, they should be worried. Okay, and the reason why I say they should be worried is this came behind it. Okay, so this is the king of sacred circles. Okay, when you see the king of sacred circles, this is a chief, an elder, okay, a healer, a shaman, okay, somebody with wisdom, ancestral knowledge, okay. Now, if you look in this card really, really good, okay, he has the drum, okay. So there is what is going on before the election and even after election. They know and they know and they can see what's going to come. Okay. Um, because when they do their we call it they go into when they're doing the drumming, they're getting messages. When they're doing the dancing, they're getting the messages, okay, from the ones that passed on before, okay. So it's interesting that this is here, okay. So you see this, okay. I'm going to explain something to you. So behind it is it's winter. This could even happen in the wintertime. But this man is a very wise man. So a lot of people are going to the elders in the community. The elders are giving the people information that they need to know. Okay, so what I was seeing was there is we have a new administration that's coming in. Okay. The new administration that's coming in is Donald J. Trump. Okay, Donald J. Trump has been here before, and so has his son Byron. Okay, Byron actually wrote books on his father in the past. Okay, um, wrote books. Okay, his dad was here before, and so was Byron. Okay, um, so I feel like Donald Trump. I don't know why I'm going to say this. It's Thanksgiving. Um, there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. But there's also lightning. Okay. If you look in this card, there's lightning. Okay. Lightning struck. Okay. And then if you look behind it, they have the TP, the hut. But what's really coming to me is the lightning. Okay. The change that's about to happen. The Thunderbird. Okay. So we have Donald Trump in office, right? And there is concern. The reason why it's concerned is they knew this man will come. They call him the man with the red hat, and the Hopis predicted this. Okay, that the man in the red hat will come, but they also predict, and what I've also seen, and I'm going to tell you what I was seeing. So, what I was seeing is, um, all the politicians, they all work together. Okay, they're all Freemasons. They all are part of a fraternal order. But what I see behind the fraternal order, you guys, there is a white man that's no longer here. I don't believe he's here because he keeps coming to me. Okay, Last night I wanted to come on live and talk about this white man. I've never seen this white man in my life, okay? And he kept coming to me, okay? So I'm like, show me who you are, because I don't know who you are. You could be any white man out here, okay? So I was going down my feed. I seen him in the spiritual realm, and then he was shown to me in the physical realm, okay? And I don't know who this white man is. But yesterday when I was going down my feed, I seen the white man, okay, because he was trying to get my attention, and he got my attention, okay? So I'm going to have to do a read on this white man, okay? This white man, I don't know if he's still here. I don't feel like he is, okay? But I will do a read on this white man, explain to you what he's trying to tell me, okay? But, okay, so what I was seeing is, remember when I did a video and I talked about um the council, okay? You got to understand the council, if you look in the native tribes, the council is what? The chiefs, right? From all nations. So my message is for the indigenous people that all nations should become one nation, okay? One nation, and they should have, I guess, some kind of flag with every, like, not, you can't have a flag with all nations on it, but some kind of, they can use the medicine wheel, they can use anything, okay? They need to come together under one nation, okay? Because when you're under one nation, you're stronger. And this is even for indigenous people in the Caribbean islands, okay? Because the indigenous people in the islands, they actually could, I think they do have like one nation type thing, okay? All right. Because you have the Arawak, the Taino Caribs, and they're, like I said, in Dominican Republic, Cuba, Jamaica, but they all are one nation, okay? Because when you have one nation, you're stronger as one, okay? Let me see if I get the medicine wheel, but this is what I'm getting. I'm getting that they should all go under one nation, one flag, okay? One unity, okay? Because you're stronger in numbers, okay? And when you talk about indigenous, they're under tribal, okay? So they're under a different rules and regulations, okay? They're under tribal law, okay? So when you talk about tribal law, you normally go to an outer for tribal law, okay? All right. So they're under, but they're still under, yes, they have tribal law, but I feel like they need to come under one banner, and maybe they need to use the medicine wheel, okay? The picture of the medicine wheel, okay? Of all nations, one nation, okay? Because I see something happening, okay? Remember when I talked about Donald Trump, okay? What I'm seeing for Donald Trump, I'm not going to stay here long, you guys. I feel like I kept telling somebody on my page, she knows who I am. I kept saying January 5th, okay? And I couldn't understand why I'm talking about January 5th, okay? But now I understand why I kept telling her January 5th, January 5th, because I think the inauguration is it the 6th or 5th or whatever. And I kept telling her to make sure, she has everything prepared, okay? And to get out of the inner cities. And what I see is, okay, so we have this new administration coming in. And I see, this is what I was seeing. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I had 3 cards here. 3 cards, okay? So I seen this, and I'm going to say it. Donald Trump is not a well man. I went to go see Donald Trump in the state of Pennsylvania, okay? Now, I want to explain something to you. This card came out in the reverse, okay? So this is Donald Trump's energy, okay? Donald Trump is the emperor. This is the Aries, the fire, right? The element of fire. The element of this man coming into power, but it's in the reverse. I said this. Oh, I said this. I feel like something's going to happen with Donald Trump, you guys. I've said this before and I'm saying it again. I don't know if he's going to, I feel like it's his health. Okay. Now, in the past, I've seen a plane crash, and come to find out, he was in a plane crash. Okay. He said it. He was in a plane crash. He said it. He said he was in a plane crash after I predicted that he was going to be in a plane crash. Okay. He said it. He was in a plane crash. He was not supposed to survive that plane crash, but he survived it. Okay. Just like the attempts on his life, some that were staged and some that weren't staged. Okay. He wasn't supposed to survive, but I feel like he should be, the emperor should always be in the upright position. Okay. I'm not going to stay on this long. But Donald Trump, so when you see the emperor, you think of authority, right? Stability, right? But Donald Trump is not coming up in the upright like he has in the past. Okay. And why am I talking about Indigenous people and Donald Trump? Okay. I'm going to explain why. Okay. So it came in the reverse position. Okay. I feel like Donald Trump, and I'm going to take the card behind it, the Chariot card. Okay. Chariot is movement. Okay. Leo energy. Okay. A lot of changes coming, you guys. Okay. And these changes are going to happen fast. When you see the chariot, you see quick, swift, steady movement. Okay. So I'm taking these 4 cards. The Indigenous people need to come under, all the nations need to become one nation. Okay. This is my message to any Indigenous tribe out here. You need to become under one nation. Okay. Yes, you may have different tribes, and you still honor your tribes, but you need to banner under one nation. Okay. I don't know. Are they under one nation? Does anybody know? Because they all need to come under one nation. Okay. And the reason why I say this is because you're stronger in numbers. Okay. And then you have wisdom from different elders. Okay. Different chiefs, different shamans, different healers. Okay. And everybody's getting messages. Okay. So Donald Trump is the emperor, right? I don't feel like, so I have 4 cards here. I'm not going to stay in here long. Okay. So the first card out was, this is for my Indigenous people. The strength, it was in reverse, which the strength should be upright. Okay. So there's doubt here. Okay. Doubt on their future. Okay. But you will be here from the beginning to the end of time. Okay. They can never wipe out the Indigenous people. They'll always be here. Okay. And then the second card out was the King of Sacred Circles. Okay. The knowledge, the wisdom. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing here. The Chariot. Oh, okay. The Emperor and then the Chariot. The Emperor was in reverse. Okay. So this is somebody that's stable, stability. Somebody of authority. Okay. Somebody of wisdom. Okay. Should come up in the upright. Okay. He's taken the throne. He's taken the authority measure. Okay. To become the next president of the United States. Okay. My Indigenous people. Are you following me? Okay. But something's going to happen where he will come off his throne. Okay. So what I'm seeing is a sick man. Okay. He's going to say his health. His health is not good. Okay. This is what I see. Okay. For Donald J. Trump. Okay. His health. Okay. Then when he talks about his health, okay, we see the chariot come in. Okay. The chariot is movement, swift, fast. Okay. So, armored. This man is armored with a chariot. I'm going to explain what I'm seeing. In my dad's tribe, they have the sun. Okay, the sun god. The Tainos used to worship. Okay, this looks like the sun god signature right here. Okay, the sun was the father, and the moon is the mother, the feminine energy. Right. So this is showing me some things here. Okay. So the sun. Okay. So what I'm seeing is there is a council of different people. Okay. Running this world. Okay. Now there is a particular people that sit at this council. okay, that sit at this council have always sat at this council, okay? You don't see them. I don't want to stand here long. And we see them with they're the supremacists, the white supremacists, the Nazi party, the white supremacists, okay? Donald Trump, okay, says what he wants to say. This is for my indigenous people. This is the message I have for you. The Hopis prophesize this, and it's going to come true because I see it, okay? I see this for the future, okay? So Donald Trump is setting the foundation, okay, for these people to come into the office, okay? But do I believe that he's a part of this party? No. Do I believe that he will be deceived? Yes. Okay. Because there is a white nationalist party that is they sit at the council. Okay. And when I look at this guy, so these are people too, because you don't think of white nationalist party studying Greek mythology or um, Greek Roman mythology. These people also study Roman mythology. Okay, so think of the Vatican and stuff like that. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing. So he's setting the stage for the future. Okay, but I don't believe Donald Trump really knows that these people um I feel like he knows some, but he don't fully know the extent, okay, of these people's intentions, okay? These people are the white nationalists, so we can think of the Zionists. We can think of because when I was at the Trump rally, I've seen some of the white nationalists, okay, that attended. Um I can point them out who they were because I obviously could feel their energy. Okay. So they were rallying behind Donald Trump. They were donating to Donald Trump. Um, do I think he's naive? Yes, I do think he's naive. Okay. Because he's setting the stage for the people to come in the future. Okay. And these people sit at the council. Remember, I said there's a council here of different backgrounds and different people. Okay. So think of it like a council, a circle, right? And at the circle, you have the Vatican, you have the Freemasons, you have the white supremacists, you have the Nazi Party, right? You have who else sits at this table? The Boles, right? Yeah, the Boles sit at the table, the black Boles. And you have many other parties, okay? And some of these people that sit at the table are families, okay? Yeah, families, okay? The descendants of the Columbus family, the Colon family, okay? Yes, Christopher Columbus family, all right? His family still lives. Christos, okay? The Colons, all right? So this family still lives today, okay? Just not the Rockefellers. These, it's more, okay? So these families sit at the council, okay? So these families could be in Rome, okay? These families could be in Spain, okay? These families all around the world, okay? So my message is for the natives. Tomorrow is a day of not to forget about your heritage, to honor the Indigenous Day. So Thanksgiving day for me is going to be about Indigenous, about my ancestors, my people, okay? And to remember them, and grateful for the ones that are here that love me, grateful for the ones that passed over and that still love me, watch over me. Grateful for my health and grateful for many things, okay? So we have to understand the past to look to the future, okay? Because history repeats itself in many ways, okay? And history is manipulated in many ways to repeat itself, okay? So this time with the medicine man, the king of sacred circles, the shaman, the healer, It's time for healing, but also time of awareness. Okay, um, awareness of our weight that we hold in the spiritual realm, because we hold a lot of weight. Okay, you guys. So I don't want you to think of Thanksgiving as material. Okay, I want you to think of Thanksgiving as, if today, if you could take your phone away, okay, if you could take the luxuries away that you have, what would you have left? Okay, one, you would have your health. For some of you guys, some of you guys are in good health, right? To me, that's important. Okay. Two, your family, the ones that love you, that not just tell you they love you, they show you they love you, right? Your children, right? Your soul tribe, whoever your soul tribe may be. Um, those little things, okay? Um, and what I'm grateful for, okay? Um, and honoring who you are, okay? And remembering where you came from, okay? And celebrating that, embracing that, okay? Because you can learn something from that, okay, you guys? I know this was very long, and I'm talking about indigenous people. um, but I feel like I've been seeing this for quite some time. So, the council that's here on the physical plane, the council is um a council of many people. Okay, so the many people would be the Vatican. I'm going to say this once again: the white nationalist parties, the ones you don't know about, ones you do know about, the Nazi parties, the Zionist parties, the Freemasons, the Boulets, and many more. They sit at this council. Okay, even families that hold weight. Okay, hold weight of generational wealth. Okay, um, like if you think about it, the Rockefeller. We always say the Rockefellers, but we never talk about the Cologne family. Okay, the Christopher Colone's family. Okay, the not just the Rockefellers. There's so many more families. Okay, that they say rule the world, but they sit at this council. They talk about things. They talk about recent events. They talk about future events. They manipulate the direction of the future events. Okay, they manipulate it and manufacture the future of the events to happen. Okay, but we are waking up from this, and we're entering a new age. Okay, a new age of awakening. Okay, I'm going to call it the new age of awakening, because a lot of people were not awake. Okay, a lot of people are now shook into their core. Okay, they had to be shaken so they can wake up. Okay, and many are not awake, and many choose not to be awake, and that's okay. Okay, all right. So my message for today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Indigenous Day wherever you guys are at. Time is never fluent. This read was for my Indigenous people. And you can be Indigenous from many tribes. The Celtics are Indigenous, okay? The Swedish are Indigenous people, okay? So there's Indigenous people all around the four corners, okay? But they need to come under one nation, okay? That's what I'm getting, okay? So thank you guys for joining me. Somebody asked me, I'm going to say this again. You guys, I only have one channel. So if people are out there saying that they're Jennifer Felix, they are not me. Okay. This is my only channel that I have. I have no TikTok. I have a Facebook. There's not many people on my Facebook page. And I have an Instagram, but it's not for my page. Okay. So if you see any other, because my name is Patton. Okay. So if you see any other Jennifer Felix's, which you don't see, you don't see. Okay. Um, I only have one channel. Okay. And you can get a membership, because I am going to do videos. There is this white man that will not leave me alone, and I will do a video on him because I didn't even know who this white man was. Okay. But then he was like, I'm going to show you who I am. Okay. So he came down my feed. Okay. And I put his face to the video that I watched, and I was shocked. Okay. What he was trying to tell me. Okay. He's not here. Okay. But he wants me to tell his story, and he wants to tell me the reason why he wants me to tell his story is because he tried to bring awareness, and they took him out because of this. Okay. He knew they were going to take his life, but he was saying that what was happening then is still happening now. Okay. So I will do a read on this white man one day. Okay. Um, because I've never seen him except for yesterday. He kept coming down, kept coming down. When I try to do videos, I let people come to me, okay, spiritually and psychically, so I can read on them. Okay. Sometimes I will go and ask for the information. Okay. Or be like, show me what I need to see. Okay, you guys. All right, this is Jennifer Felix. This is my read on Indigenous people for Indigenous Day. And remember why you're thankful and what you're thankful for. Okay, you guys? And you can get a membership on my page. You can hit the like button, and many people watch me, so they might as well just subscribe to my channel instead of just watching. But I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I thank my viewers. I truly do. I have some really good people that are on my page, have been on my page for a very long time, and have been with me from day one. Okay, you guys? All right. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful day wherever you are. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your kids. Enjoy your grandchildren. Be in the moment. Okay, you guys? All right. Bye.